Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki don meet with the CBN officials and ogas dem for bank, say make dem begin to find solution to the naira matter for the state. Obaseki for im tok with Tori pipo after the meeting for government house say im stand with federal government for the cashless policy, but make dem make sure say the transition dey easy for people.
Having deliberated and discussed extensively with the central bank and the bankers, we have come to the following resolutions. That first, the policy of moving the Nigerian economy to one of a cashless system should be encouraged. It is the best thing for our banking system. So the Edo State government has no problem with the policy of the federal government to move our economy into a cashless one. However, we want to ensure that we do this as painlessly as possible.
Obaseki come tok say Edo State government, CBN director, and other banks oga don do plenty talk to find solution to the naira scarcity. Say the policy na good one, but make federal government try talk well with people to reduce their fear sake of say they need money na make them go bank.
We have to improve on the communication with our people so that we can reduce their fears. When people go to the bank to collect cash, it's because they want to spend the cash on some things. We want to help inform them that they don't need to go and collect cash to spend cash. They actually have other means today through which they can still make those payments they want to make without going to the banks to collect cash. Most people who have bank accounts and have phones don't need to go to the bank, they don't need to collect cash. From their phones, they can make whatever payments they need to make to whoever. For those who don't have sophisticated phones, who have like this pure water phone, they can still, with the USSID codes that have been given by their banks, pay for things as small as 500 naira, 1,000 naira, without spending cash. There are companies that offer electronic wallets, which means that people like the people the central bank has registered quite a lot of them. Your telephone companies, all of those, they have means where you can put money in your wallet, in your account, and from there you can spend.
Obaseki say Edo government dey concerned about Edo people, and na why dem call this meeting. Say dem go release the names of licensed POS operators for Benin, wey go help them with transfer and cash for the normal charges. Say they go collaborate with CBN and bank committees to monitor wetin dey happen for Edo. E come still talk say Edo State government don do wetin dem dey call residency identity card, wey people go take fit buy things for market. Say next week dem go start to dey give out the card to help Edo people.
We have people who are operating POS terminals. And tomorrow when they have a press conference with you, we'll give you the list of everybody who has a POS terminal in Edo State that has been licensed to operate POS terminal. POS terminal operators are not only supposed to give cash. They are supposed to help you with payments. Is that clear? So when you go to your POS terminal operator, don't go and ask for cash. Let them do for you what you want to use that cash for. Whether to transfer, to make any payments, you don't need to collect cash. And finally, the Edo State government, as you know, we have launched a residency identity card, and that card also gives you the capacity to make payments. We are working very closely with the central bank, and by next week, we'll be ensuring that we continue with the full rollout of the Edo State ID card to help Edo indigents and Edo residents. So the meeting today, I said, we have to emphasize to our citizens that unlike before, you don't need to keep a lot of cash. Whatever you want to spend cash on, there are means today to help you spend that cash without necessarily going to the bank and holding the cash at hand. So we must now move from where we used to hold a lot of cash to one we just have as little cash as you have. There's no reason why you cannot pay your Okada rider or your Keke Napep rider from your phone. If you go to Kenya and other countries, that is what happens. In the filling station, there's no need to pay cash. We must insist to people who are selling that we can pay them with other means outside of cash, because that cash is in your bank. And the whole purpose of financing is how to move money from one place to the other. You don't have only one means, which is cash, of moving money. You can use many other means today. So I think that is the lesson. I mean, that is the main outcome. And we are going to join the CBN and the Bankers Committee meeting, the Bankers Committee, to go round and inspect what's going on. And we are going to have lines open to citizens to let us know what is going on and what challenges they're having, so that we can continue to respond until things get to normal. Please, Edo is a peaceful state. We understand some people are trying to make trouble. There's no need to make trouble. Let us all join hands to resolve the problem that we have at hand. Nigeria is ours. It is our responsibility to make sure that we protect, defend our country.
Director for Risk Management for CBN Abuja, Dr. Blaise Ijebo, talk say him come to make sure say the naira no dey for everybody and to encourage people to use other means to make payment and to bear with banks as dem fit not fit pay them 20,000 naira at once. Say people money dey safe for bank and they no need worry.
We are here to make sure we do all that we can to make sure that there is supply of naira to everybody in Edo State. But we're also here to encourage people as much as possible to use alternative means to make their payments, because we really want to drive a cash-light environment in this country, because it's of benefit to all of us. So if you are able to use your card to pay, or able to use your bank app to pay, if you are able to use your USSID to pay, please use those. You can even go to your ATM that is not paying cash and do transfer from those ATMs. Okay, so look for, use alternative means as much as possible. But if you must get cash, yes, we are aware that a number of ATMs are not paying. We are going to make sure that there is supply within the next day or two, and they are all paying. But in the interim, you can go to your bank branches. We have made supply available through the branch, through your bank, to give you some cash for you to use. What we advise, just take the little that you need. We've asked them to pay up to a maximum of 20,000. But because of the crowd, some banks might not be able to pay you 20,000 at once. So if they can pay you 5,000, 10,000, use that to manage for the next day or two. We are going to make supply available. We are working around the clock to make sure that it happens. So please be calm. Your money is still with the bank. You will not lose your money. There's enough money in the banking system to meet everyone's demand. It's just that it's taking a bit of time to get everywhere.
Mr. Ijebo constantly talks say CBN they work with EFCC and ICPC to catch anybody where they hide or sell the new naira notes.
In terms of collusion, we have a monitoring team out there. I'm part of that team. I'm leading that team. We're going out to make sure that if there's any collusion, we identify it. We are even working with EFCC and ICPC. If there's any collusion, we identify it and we'll deal with it. So I hope that more than anything else, I want to encourage all of us to be calm. There's no problem. These are only small teething problems that we are resolving as we go by.
Loretta Ojesele, TMC TV News. Don't forget say your PVC now your power and a countdown to election be this. Not sell your votes or PVC to any political party on election day.